Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Attention.
They are not ready for prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time.
Prime time. That's the name.
Prime time.
Prime time.
What time is it? Showtime prime time.
It's XL Prime Time, featuring Joe C.
I'm having nightmares right now.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses, big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Nothing says football like scented soap.
How you like me now? How you like me now?
Oh, we're ready to go. We got a full house. We got Matt Hayes back as he is ready to rock and roll coming out of a college football weekend, first Saturday in November. And, of course, everything's still left over from the Jags. I have now seen the Jacksonville Jaguars on a highlight reel more times than I care to remember because they're on the butt end of a highlight reel. And you all of you know what I'm talking about. The reverse Madden Whirlybird with Saquon Barkley, the, quote, play of the year to this point. Have we not seen the Jaguars in the highlight reel a ton from Sunday's action until this morning? Leon, I'm looking dead red at you. Have we not seen it?
Yeah, man.
It is unreal.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? In the NBA, they say don't get posterized.
Yeah.
We got posterized.
That's the best way to put it.
We did.
That is the best way to put it. All right, Matt's back. USA Today Sports. He's back with us, ready to rock and roll. Our head coach, Dave Campo, in the house as we just got through with our Campo and Joe podcast. And by the way, round of applause for both Matt and Coach being back. Coach, you were gone for a week, so you're back and charged up.
I don't know who's going to be more annoyed today, by the way, me or you. So we'll figure it out.
You're both fired
I think
up.
we're both. You got two things to really be annoyed about. I've only got one. But, listen, but I did get my picks in, even though I was on the road. Of
course
you know
you did.
that, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I got to tell a quick story because we go in for our Campo and Joe podcast, and Spielberg is setting us up, and we do it, of course, where you guys can find it on the social channels, be it YouTube or X, wherever. We appreciate you guys checking it out. And so we're just kind of getting set up to begin the podcast. And we said, Coach, how was the trip? And he said it was great. They had a Hall of Fame celebration up there. Went back to his old football team, Central Connecticut. And basically, and I'm like, Hall of Fame? He goes, and I'm about to ask him, were you being inducted? He goes, of course, I'm already in it. And it was just the best. It was just the best. And that's the way it should be, Coach. That is the way it should be. Now, Hall of Fame performances, Matt, you get to start because we heard you were just rocking and rolling earlier in the handoff.
Well, where you want to start? Jaguars or Gators? Which
Hall
one?
of Fame performances from Saturday to Sunday.
I just look, at this point with this team, honestly, if you have 36 yards in the first half, it means any number of things. All of these are going to be true, okay?
Yeah.
And I think more than anything at the top of the list, if you have 36 yards in the first half, if you have more turnovers, what was more turnovers in the first half?
Yeah, more turnovers in first down in the first half.
You don't care anymore.
And let's not give them 36. Let's give them 31.
31.
31.
If you have 31 yards in the first half, you don't care anymore. The idea of wanting to win, wanting to play at your best because you're a professional, because you may or may not be playing in a contract year, because you have a little pride, that's all gone. If you have 31 yards, and I'm not just blaming the players, okay?
Right.
The players are obviously top of the list.
Right.
You cannot spend 5 days game planning for an opponent and come out with a script of plays that nets you 31 yards in 2 quarters.
Right. So you hit both, and that's why I want to look at both Leon and Coach and ask that question. Because honestly, we have said that we have done this debate over and over and over. Whose fault is it? So take Matt's pride question. Is it?
Well,
is
it's
it
the players' fault.
Is it the coaches? Is it the players?
It's the players' fault because the players are getting outmanned. You're asked to execute at a very high level, and these players aren't doing it. They're getting outmanned. They're getting out physical by the team that's across from them, whether it be up front with the front four, whether it be the linebackers, whether it be the secondary. So, I mean, you can script all you want, the top 10 players. If the players go out there and they have a lackluster performance, execution, then you –
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
In my 11 years of NFL play, I've never been associated with something such as terrible as what we saw on Sunday. Never.
But you saw those play calls, right?
I saw the play calls.
Was there anything unique about what they were trying to do?
No, but when you're getting outmanned by your opponent, it don't matter.
Right, but you go into that game knowing You're going to be outmanned.
No, when I say outman I'm saying
out
physical. Out physical.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They're being out physical.
It's the classic mano-a-mano. Every mano-a-mano battle that's going on out there, Jacksonville's on the losing end of it. That's the problem. All right, so, Coach, we asked this question. If you're scripting 15 plays and none of them work, how bad is your script?
Yeah. And it's happening week to week. I mean, we're getting off to tough starts. We've been behind, almost every game here, it seems like. I don't think it's 100%, but it's pretty close. But I take these notes right here.
You can see
for
them on
every
YouTube.
game.
It's like a game sheet.
Drive by drive, okay? And this one on the bottom kind of tells the tale. What's it say there, Matt? Right there on the bottom.
Suck?
Yeah. What's it
Worst
say?
half in history is what it says, which I translated to suck.
Yeah. Worst half in history. First of all, we're at the point right now, and you know that I'm very reticent about blaming really anyone in particular, and especially the coaches, because I was one, and I made mistakes.
Sure.
I'm the first to admit it. But at this particular time right now, I think we have to. We don't work. I said this in the fifth quarter.
Yeah.
We don't work for the Jaguars. We work for 1010 XL.
And all of those out there at 1010 XL Nation.
So it's about time that we have to start looking at the coaches, and we have to start looking at the quarterback, because there's things that they are doing, in my opinion, that's affecting the game that keeps us from winning. So, again, there's a lot of – I just watched you guys we did a podcast. It might be the worst podcast in history because I just spent 3.5 hours this morning. The All 22 doesn't come out where you can watch it on NFL Plus Premium,
right,
where you see the whole field. So I spent 3.5 hours on something that really should have only taken me about an hour. But I know every single mistake that we made during the course, and that's a bad feeling.
So let me paint the picture. He spent 3.5 hours on the All-22. Then he spent the last 30 minutes on Campo and Joe with a shovel and dirt, okay? And he was throwing dirt on him. And look, that's the feeling of the fan right now.
Right,
it's the
it
feeling
is.
of a prideful former player.
Yeah, well, here, at this particular time or point, the last 2 weeks, this offense has struggled in scripted plays. And we talked about this in the fifth quarter, Coach. I mean, it took them until the middle of the third quarter to realize that Trevor is more efficient when they're playing hurry up. When he's making the calls and he's going out there executing, going through the progressions and all that kind of stuff. So why don't you start the game like that? Why don't you start the game, not 2 minutes, but hurry up with Trevor?
But here's what I would say to that. Common sense tells you that they're struggling early. So you have to try to do something a little different, whatever it is. And Matt said it, he made the comment that was there any plays out there during that half that you say, wow, they really tried to get him on this one, or whatever. Here's the thing. If they start the game, and Doug said it, he's right. Doug said, if you start the game in no huddle, you'd like to think, let me back it up. You'd like to think as a coach that the script you're putting together is pretty good. You have a pretty good idea what team. You don't know 100% what they're going to be in defensively, but you have an idea from studying film. Your script is put together to take advantage of those things, right? So you'd like to think you have a pretty good script to where you're not going to go 3 and out. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're not executing whatever they're doing if it's the right call or not, okay, from a player standpoint. But from a coach's standpoint, you're thinking to yourself, if I just start out no huddle, there's a chance we could go 3 and out a few times because we don't know exactly what they're in, and the quarterback is calling the plays, And so my point is you got to try to do something different. So after two drives of doing nothing, maybe the third drive you go no huddle to see if you can get something going, and we're not doing that.
Right, just jump-start it a little bit. And, heck, muddle huddle, you could do anything, but you need successful plays.
Right.
And that's the only way this is ever going to work. And look, there are a lot of teams that go out there and run the exact same stuff all the time. The classic case we always bring up is the Pittsburgh Steelers with Leon because the other team could not stop it. So you don't need to exotic it up. You just need to complete passes and run the football and knock people off the ball. None of those are happening with any effectiveness right now.
I guess my point is I don't. It doesn't even matter. I mean, I said it was terrible script of plays. Of course it was. It was, none of that even matters what we're talking about if they don't care. Yeah. It looks like they don't care.
Yeah, it's so funny because, all right, so I was going to ask this question, and we'll carry this over to the next sec, because I'm not going to argue with you. I can't debate you and tell you you're wrong. But the second half of these games, you do see inspired effort. It does. I'm just saying, they have made those two fourth quarters for Jaguar fans exciting. They had Green Bay on the ropes. They did have Nick Sirianni and some of his questionable calls with the Eagles on the ropes a little bit. So did they care then? Did they didn't care in the beginning? It's still possible.
It was 22-0 in the third quarter. The Eagles literally threw it in neutral.
I get it. I get it. All right, so you guys let us know what you think. 641-1010. You can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Happy to have everybody back with us, and thanks to all y'all for tuning in. You can stream us. Real easy to find us there. Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota Tuesday. We definitely love them. They are there to wow you. Both lots with great people, and they definitely mean what they say. They want to wow you with their service and sales, so check out beaverchevrolet.com, Beaver Toyota St. Augustine.com. Saw both of the dealerships well represented at the St. Joe's golf tournament yesterday out at Southampton. We had a big time. All right, so that's the topic. We're going to obviously get back to the college football as well coming up on XL Primetime.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers.
Hey, bro, come through today, bro. We got a wrap, bro.
There are great plays.
Time's ahead for the first down.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
Touchdown!
The performance-painting, high-performance play of the game on 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here. I couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, I mean it. Visit their beautiful showroom today off Atlantic Boulevard. Find out exactly what I'm talking about. No pressure, just friendly help. And whether you want a car, a truck, SUV, electric, pre-owned, you name it, George Moore Chevrolet has it. And if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, no problem. MooreChevy.com is easy to navigate as any site you will try. It's never been more easy to use. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Yo, what's happening, fellas? It's your boy E to the T. Now, I'm going to keep it real. We could all benefit from a little something extra in the bedroom. Blue Chew can help. Now I'm about to tell you how you can get some for free. Blue Chew is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. No doctor visits, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew ships right to your door in a discreet package. Not even them nosy neighbors gonna know what's going on. Blue Chew's licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strength for your prescription. And did I mention the chewable? Just like popping a Mentos. And they're made right here in the good old US of A. Now you're asking, how do I get my Blue Chew? Visit BlueChew.com and make sure to enter promo code 1010XL at checkout. Try it for free and just pay $5 shipping. Turn that oh no into a oh yeah. That's right. Use promo code 1010XL and let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew. Get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
Denny Thompson here. They're still growing. Tyson Sound and Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security hiring a master electrician offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply 762-1000. Equal opportunity employer.
Hey there, all you sports dads rocking the best dad bod possible. We love seeing you eat tacos by the handful, and we love it when you bring your kids here too. For years, Lucy claimed that her favorite thing on the menu was sopapillas, the big scoop ice cream. I know that's not a taco, but that never stopped her. I was shooting for Dad of the Year anyway, so I just let it happen. Taco Lou's a great place to bring the family. There's something for everyone, as long as it starts with a taco. And a margarita for mom is always a good thing. At Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
Hacker here, and let me tell you, this is the stuff I never thought I'd say. I now weigh 209 pounds thanks to Awaken 180. To put that in perspective, I'm down from a triple XL to a large. My waist has dropped 10 inches from a 48 to a 38. I honestly never thought I'd get to this point. And one of the best parts now is that I get to be so active and play every afternoon with my 5-year-old little Hack. Now, none of this would have been possible without Awaken 180 weight loss. They don't just help you lose weight, they make the impossible possible. We're celebrating this Saturday at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach for a Florida-Texas watch party. Yes, I will be eating, and yes, I'll be drinking. Both are approved while losing weight with Awaken 180. Now, if you're ready for your own transformation, making the impossible possible, do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com. If they did this for me, they can do it for you too.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for The Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
Mia here for MyBookie. Our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that's got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step 1, use our promo code 1010XL. That will double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from the jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. Stack that with MyBookie's Risk-Free Thursdays. Why wait? That's right there, a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds your money. Sign up now and get your double deposit bonus with MyBookie, the best sign-up bonus for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, from anywhere with MyBookie.
How many professional golfers have won the Grand Slam, all 4 majors, in one calendar year?
With hurricane season now here, the only weather you need to be concerned about is whether your homeowner's insurance policy will cover you in the event of storm damage. Ask about Southern Oak Insurance today.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The only golfer to win golf's Grand Slam in one calendar year was Bobby Jones in 1930.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE NeoGraft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging.
This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
22 minutes after the 2 o'clock hour, XL Primetime, a Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota Tuesday. Our head coach, Dave Campo, hanging out with little Jersey boys in the background. Frankie Valley, he loves it. We got Maddie back, Big Searcy, and we are enjoying it today, that's for sure. We got plenty to get to in the college football world. Tonight is the first CFP rankings that will be coming out, but in the 3 o'clock hour, we're doing our XLP to the CFP.
Right, the poll today that matters is the CFP poll tonight.
And by
Not
the way,
those other polls you're hearing about.
Yeah, we have moved their meter already based on some of the stuff that I'm hearing as far as who they're going to put in their top 12. So we'll do that coming up a little bit later on But we did kind of finish off that first segment strong, just kind of talking about where's the effort. Is it uninspired early? Is it the other team with a little give up and give in late? And then all of a sudden the Jags get on a run. We don't know the answers to any of these questions any more than anybody else does.
I actually think we do, actually.
Yeah. Okay, well, then,
I think we do.
Then answer it.
I think they're giving up.
Okay.
I honestly do. I think we're 9 games in now, and I think they're done.
Well, I think
they're done.
we have seen.
I was just talking to Coach, okay? Yeah. It's so difficult if you're a fan to watch this team when they go out there. And, RJ plays that thing from Major Leagues where you're lollygagging. It literally looks like they're lollygagging around out there. Like, no one is playing with a purpose. Like, you're out there and you're thinking, all right, every step I make, and this is, and Leon can talk about this, okay, too, and Leon will definitely say this. When you're out there on the field, every step you make with your foot has to have purpose. Mm-hmm. Those guys are out there just, whatever, going through the motions, man.
So you're saying that they...
Am I wrong with saying that? Every time you take a step.
This is a bad thing to think about. You're saying that guys out there just playing for paychecks.
Yeah, and I
think they're out there just trying to get through the game and get paid.
Ooh, that's an indictment. Even the worst teams, even the worst teams, I wouldn't say that about.
Yeah, Matt, because
that's the implication that the sport or the game doesn't matter to you.
Bro, they're 1-5 at the end of last season, 2-7 to start this season.
Well, then how do you explain their inspired ball in the second half?
They clearly are not listening to anything that they're being told right now.
Well, I can agree.
Now,
Coach can attest to
possible.
that.
I don't go as far as to say that they're not.
Well, if you're tuning out, you most certainly are not giving 100%. I can say that right now.
That's true.
But I feel like this is where we've arrived, and we all have different theories on how we've arrived here because we have arrived in Suckville. There's no getting away from that. Mm-hmm. But and I've asked Leon this question before. You think you're doing all the work. Maybe you can jump in on this too, Coach. You think every single day you're putting in every bit of effort, that you're squeezing every last drop of energy and focus, and they don't realize there's a whole other floor.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, because exactly. I mean, coaches watching the film on the 22 on both sides of the ball. What you got is a bunch of freelancers. You got a bunch of guys that are doing their own things. All right, they're not disciplined enough. They're not connected to what the plan that they put together for the week. Mm-hmm. So they're doing their own stuff. That's an indictment on the players themselves.
That means, and Dave, check me if I'm wrong here, that means they don't believe in what the staff is selling, correct? If you're out there freelancing, you don't believe it.
Or that's who they are. One or the other. I agree with you.
Both of those one or the others are bad things.
Yeah, they're both bad. There's a number of times that the edge rushers, for example, are making mistakes and going up underneath the tackle. These are guys that we're counting on, and the quarterback's on the edge.
Yeah, those are two of their best players.
That's what Leon is talking about. They're kind of doing their own thing. They think that they're going to get to the quarterback. Well, they're not taught to do that. Yeah. That's not what they're taught to do.
Here's the sad thing too, because they're so undisciplined and they're reckless and they're freelancing. How you gonna replace me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I could do what I want. Yeah, I mean when they're undisciplined and they're doing their own thing and they're freelancing and they're not playing according to the plan. Then they say to themselves, "Oh, they can't do nothing about it."
Right.
Ain't got nobody to replace.
There's nobody better behind me. All right, so answer this question, Coach, because this is one that got you on the All-22, is basically those run fits. And just hit on that for the fans out there a little bit, because this is a problem.
Well, to stop the run, when you have 200, how many yards did he get?
156.
Yeah. 156. When you have 156 on you, I don't care.
He had 199 yards, 159 rushing, 40 receiving.
159.
Yeah, he crushed.
When you have that, I promise you that it's not because they're just kicking our tail. It's because guys are undisciplined in their gap responsibilities.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a gap in the run game, or you're unsound. In other words, you put your guys into a position where they can't handle a certain thing, right? Well, they had, on back-to-back plays, they had number 91 at defensive end, which he's not a defensive end to begin with.
Right. He should be an interior defensive back.
And they run.
I mean, what a farce that is, by the way. Yeah, anyway, I'm sorry, Coach. Go ahead.
And they run a zone read where the quarterback is reading him as to whether or not they're going to hand the ball off or not. He's in a position where we called it feathering, meaning you're trying to make the quarterback think that you're going to take the dive so that he pulls it and then you make the tackle, or you make him think that you're going to take the quarterback and then come in and take the dive when he hands it off. Well, number 91 did neither one of those things. 2 plays in a row, and it was other people that went in poor gap. It was unsound how they were playing it. But he was responsible for because of the way they were lined up, he was responsible for the dive and the quarterback. So he just stood there. He handed the ball off. He went for about 15. The next play, he should have handed it off again. He didn't. He kept it, and they ran around him because he wasn't fast enough to catch the guy. So some of it is scheme. Yeah. Some of it is guys making mistakes. My whole point in the podcast, which I'm making right now, is it's a combination of all those things that we're talking about here. They're just not playing very good football, period. When they do play good football, they move the ball. Yeah. When they don't move the ball. That's very simple.
So a percentage of what was the percent of good football out there, you think, against the Eagles?
2.5 drives in the second half.
That's god-awful.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, look.
That's it.
Yeah, and we can point to so many problem areas. There's a good long list that we have, and it doesn't matter which game we're talking about. A week ago, they let Malik Willis and Josh Jacobs run all over them. This week, they let Saquon and Jalen Hurts run all over them. But at the same time, they still improved defensively.
Let me just say one thing, okay? In the first half, here's what they had. They didn't have any drive at all, basically. The only one they started, the first one, they got a few going, and then they took the sack. Ran right over Little and Hodges. And
terrible.
So they had the sack.
That was terrible.
They knocked him on his back, whatever.
Solid blocking.
Okay.
Post-camp.
Although, to be fair to Walker Little, he played pretty well the rest of the game.
He did. So here's what happened in the first half. A sack, 2 drops.
Yeah, Evan Ingram being the first one. Yep.
A sack, 2 drops, a badly thrown ball that was tipped up in the air and intercepted. Now, that's 3 different bad things going on in the first half.
And by the way,
those were all 3 big bad things.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And by the way, the coach, the throw behind the player.
That's what I'm saying. It was a bad throw.
It was tipped, but it was a bad throw.
And he should have caught it the first time, but he tipped it up in the air, and the guy intercepts the ball. My point is, I guess, that there's a lot of things. You say when did we play good football? We didn't stop playing good football to 2 drives in the second half.
Right.
Because that's and the 5th drive was take a knee. So that was 4 drives. They made no yardage whatsoever. That's why you get 31 yards, because of those things.
It's a kick in the shorts and everywhere else. That's for sure for all of Duval out there. All right, we'll keep it going. Beaver Chevy, Beaver Toyota Tuesday. We've got it cranking today. You guys can hit the text line 641-1010. You can jump in the YouTube chat because right now the problems are aplenty here in Duval. We need to get to a couple of other ones. Like last night, the Kansas City Chiefs. Are they going to run the table? We're definitely going to touch on them a little bit and what else is going on in the National Football League before Coach Campo gets out of here, because the Vikings are coming to town, so it doesn't get any easier for this team hosting the Minnesota Vikings, who just came off that win against the Indianapolis Colts and looking to see if they can get it going again.
Cruising with XL Primetime in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
Hey, Aiken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
The inflation fighter is back and saving you thousands at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here, and right now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, just $500 down and $288 per month gets you a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $500 down and $388 per month. You also get no payments till January 2025. It's all at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Nick in here for the Borland Groover Foundation. If you're 45 or older, you need to get screened for colon cancer. Ask your doctor about getting a colonoscopy. The key to surviving colon cancer, early detection and prevention. Borland Groover recently expanded into St. Johns County. The new and advanced surgery center and medical office is open in Durbin Crossing. Visit BorlandGroover.com for a location near you. Remember, 45 is the new 50. Get screened today with Borland Groover.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows and $2.95.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 5th, 2022, NHL star Alex Ovechkin scores his 787th career goal for the Washington Capitals, setting a new all-time NHL record for most goals scored for a single team.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley.
Hi, Ken.
Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water?
It's made of ice? Let's see. Hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-to-1 with vodka?
Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water?
Oh, is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Attention poker fans, the World Poker Tour is dealing hot at Best Bet Jacksonville now through November 19th. The action is fierce with 14 pulse-pounding tournaments, including the Best Bet Mystery Bounty and the $5,000 No Limit Hold'em main event with a jaw-dropping $1 million prize pool up for grabs. Your shot at Poker Glory is just a buy-in away. For tournament schedules and details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com. Best Bet Jacksonville and the World Poker Tour, where today's players become tomorrow's legends.
Nick in here for About 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of About 9. Visit About 9 Associates today and experience the difference. About 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
What if you could be debt-free by this January? Get rid of all that high-interest debt, pay off all your credit cards, consolidate everything into one lower payment. Hey, it's Prosper here, and if you're ready to stop stressing over bills, you need to call Loan Pronto right now. With rates at their lowest in 2 years, this is the perfect chance to use your home's equity and save big going into the new year. Loan Pronto's got rates with APRs in the low 5s, and they're getting homeowners hundreds of thousands out of their home's equity. Homeowners who do this save on average $850 a month. Loan Pronto offers a ton of options, including total refis, express equity lines of credit. So call now, get a rate quote in just minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call today. You won't make a house payment till 2025. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com or 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Varry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Varry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit VarryOrthopedics.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars head coach Doug Peterson on a question he's hearing a lot about the Jags' struggling offense.
I hear it all the time. Why don't you go up tempo? Well, yeah, I mean, that's the downside is you were on the field for 30 seconds and you're punting the football. The upside is you get your quarterback in a rhythm, you get your offense in a rhythm. The other thing is first down. If you want to go tempo, you better get positive yards on first down, right? If you try to run or throw, doesn't matter. If it's incomplete at 2nd and 10, or you run in your 2nd and 12, yeah, it's kind of hard to go tempo after that.
Doug Peterson on Monday. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Who lit it up last night? Brought to you by American-Electrical.com.
Super proud of you because a lot of guys would have folded. You guys got right there and they put it on you. You got right back and then they put it on you. You got right back and then they put it on you. Then you got right back and next thing you know, confidence to finish. It was the confidence to finish, and it might have been the last 2 minutes when you made that three, I don't know. But it was the confidence to finish. Play to win, confidence to finish, right? Don't be afraid, just what? Nope, believe. Just believe. Don't be afraid, just believe. Just believe.
You got to love it. That was Matthew Driscoll in the locker room after the UNF Ospreys swoop, hold off an upset on the road against the SEC, and playing Southeastern Conference opponents. UNF was 0-28.
Wow.
And they pulled it off last night, 5 points in the final 42 seconds from Jalen Smith. So a round of applause. Congrats to Matthew Driscoll's bunch, the UNF Ospreys, as they stun Cocky, 74-71, American Electrical. Who lit it up last night? They can light up your life as well with all their automation and lighting, indoor, outdoor. Just remember, American-Electrical.com. How about that one?
Cocky don't care about that.
No.
All Cocky cares about is football.
Well, that's true. But
because right now, ain't nobody want a piece of Cocky football right now.
Yeah,
nobody.
I understand, but just give Matthew his,
I do.
Yeah.
Matthew gets no doubt. Matthew gets some flowers.
I'm gonna start calling you still the Thunder Man.
Yeah. No, that's not what you called it. What did you say? I stole your.
You're a joy robber.
Joy, that's it.
Exactly. Don't steal my joy. Let him enjoy have his moment.
Joy robber.
I love it for Matthew. But I kind of was trying to segue into the South Carolina football team, which looks.
Yeah.
Wow.
We will get into them later, but I just felt like this one was pretty damn cool because imagine packing up every single time, and you don't get to play these games at home. You got to go on the road. You got to meet the bigs. You got to collect that check and hope you can compete. 0-for-28 in the SEC.
But to be fair about it is, Matthew's teams have always shot well. Mm-hmm. When you can shoot the ball from the perimeter, you got a chance in those games.
Yeah.
You're more than likely not going to win those games, and when you do, it's a great thing. But that's how his team is built. His team is built to play beyond the perimeter.
Yeah.
And you can win games like that.
I just love it. I love it. So it's pretty awesome for him. That's for sure. All right, so let's get back to what we were talking about before Coach is out the door. We've got our head coach, Dave Campo, hanging out with us and trying to piece this bad boy together, seeing the Minnesota Vikings coming up, talking about all the things that we were just talking about, just shreds of positivity and a bundle of problems. How do you handle that as a head coach and not have, as we have suggested a little bit on the show, get rid of the give up on this football team?
Well, number one, again, it's getting repetitive. I mean, we're saying the same thing every week, right? What you have to do is you have to flush it, look at it, see what you're doing, and if you've got pride enough, it becomes a pride thing now, for sure. You know, it's one game. You know, you go win that game,
right,
and then you try to win one more. So, really, in all honesty, you just have, as corny as it seems, you have to say, we're close.
Mm-hmm.
We're close. If we don't do these three things, we win that game. And unfortunately, that's the way the NFL is put together. You don't see very many games that don't come down to the last, the fourth quarter. I mean, very few of them.
Right.
And so my answer is you just go, go back to work. That's all you can do. I don't know how you do it.
Well, here's the thing. The coaching staff watches the film. All right. They watch. Offense watches at this particular point, the coaching staff knows who wants to compete and those who are going through the motion. They know it. They absolutely know it because honest guy don't lie. And right now, it's too many guys. It's too many guys doing their own thing. It's not enough guys competing. It's not enough guys executing at a high level. So how do you rectify that as a coaching staff? I don't know the answer. And the reason why I don't know the answer is because I've never been on bad teams. I really don't.
But it's so funny.
I've had losing records.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I've been 3-6 when I was here in 96, and we just had enough character in that locker room so we cared enough that we wanted to win. And then we can figure this too. We say, listen, if TC gonna be TC, we might as well win some ball games because losing and then having to deal with him was not a good remedy.
Yeah. In your ear, chewing your fanny, all that stuff. And it's no fun. And there are decent players on this football team, but it's just all about coming together. And heck, Doug walks off at the half and says, we just need to make some plays. He said, like you said, he's repeating himself. There's really nothing else he can say. But my gosh, man, he needs to push a few other buttons somehow, some way.
I mean, we talk about players picking up checks.
Yeah.
What's he doing right now?
Well, the coaching staff. That's
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What's he? He's in charge of that coaching staff.
Yeah, that's
so.
his
What's
product.
he doing right now?
That's what I always say. It's their product.
Soft serve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Well, but, I mean, at some point, that's again. We were saying this off the break, and I, at some points, our boss Steve Griffin's going to go. We need to charge people to watch us off the air because off the air is fantastic. I don't know how you guys do the Sunday show, seriously, because at the very least, Joe and I get like 12 to 14 hours to kind of all right.
You're talking about the fifth
Let's
quarter.
reassess, yeah. You guys got to get that thing raw 2 hours after it happens. I mean, I'd be nuts. I'd be absolutely beside myself. So I know what the fans out there must be like. Like, they must just be, beside themselves.
Right.
I'll tell you what, it is tough because you're kind of going off the deal.
The emotion of it.
In some ways, I'd rather do that than to watch the thing for 3.5 hours on all 22 and see every little thing because I'm so used to looking at those things.
You see it through a different lens.
It becomes,
a
becomes
much more
a
critical
negative
lens. Yeah,
it becomes I'm negative.
Mm-hmm. Well, it comes down to if you see winning, you'll look for positives. If you see losing, you look for negatives.
That's true.
You can't help it. You're going to find all the warts if this team keeps coming up with L's. I'll just give you the number. Let's make this the 10-10 take right now, RJ, because this is where this team has fallen to after 2 9-8 seasons.
Now, Joe C's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since 68.
Sonny's will always serve up a great meal. It'll take you straight away from a bad mood, okay? A good meal will get rid of a bad mood any day. But drop by any one of your area Sonny's and you can definitely chew on some delicious ribs and then all the problems that the Jaguars have right now. There are 7 teams through 9 weeks of NFL action that have played all 9 games that have 2 wins or less. Okay? 7. Now you want to go through there's 9 total 2-win teams. This is the pile that Duval finds themselves in. Miami. The Tua injury certainly led to that. New England, they suck. This team beat them. Cleveland, they got some problems. Tennessee, El Succo. Las Vegas, definitely some problems. Antonio Pierce is firing people left and right. The Giants, Carolina, who just barely beat New Orleans and got Dennis Allen fired. That's the pile that this team finds himself in through 9 weeks. That is no way to be heading in to the meat of the season when you were at 9-8 these last 2 years, Leon. That's the 10-10 take. It's just awful.
Well, listen, that's their painting. Everybody here organizationally has a brush.
Yeah, exactly.
The painting, which is us, ugly. Everyone has dibbled and dabbled in what they created, and this show ain't no Picasso.
Yeah.
All right. So look, I mean, we cannot separate this. Okay, we just can't. This franchise is an iceberg. The 2-7 is what you see above the water.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost 12 of their last 15 games.
Yeah.
This isn't just like some random. It's just some bad choices and some bad breaks this season. They've lost 12 of their last 15.
Yeah.
And it's not about, they just need to find a way to win games. What? These guys have been playing football since they were 8 years old. They know how to win football games. The problem is they've tuned out everything.
And this is okay.
And they're not there, and they're the effort there. I don't know how you can't watch this team and say the effort is there.
Yeah. I like I said, we'll debate that one all day long. The thing that gets me more than anything else is that if we're talking about how bad they have been, finishing one year and starting this year, you have to go to the top. And that's where Shad's got to make, he has to make the correct decision in saying, I need to get all of this all of this bad out of the building. And you know what I'm saying. That is a front office sweep. That is a coaching sweep. And you can't get rid of all your players, but you've got to eval like a son of a gun on who to keep and who not to keep.
Well, I'll
remind everybody, 2 years ago, Trent Baalke said, we like the culture. We like the makeup of our locker room. This is what you've got.
It's like, this is probably a bad analogy, but it's like, when you, and I've had skin cancer, so I know this, you got to go outside the margins a little bit. You got to get everything. You can't let a little bit stay, because if a little bit stays, it grows right back. And if you let Trent Baalke stay, it's going to grow right back. It's going to grow right back.
And we have said it, and Rick Ballou's probably been the leader on this, that he believes that Shad will keep Baalke, and I've stated that I believe that Baalke has Shad's ear better than anybody else, that he feels like that's his confidant inside that building. Shad's not a 100% absentee owner or anything like that, but he has tried everything spending-wise to create a winner. He now needs to make a decision on football people in this building to save this franchise.
I think he's been loyal to a fault sometime. And here's my feeling on it. I don't want to see anybody fired. I've been in too long to feel that way. But the thing that's going to get everybody fired is the stadium. This new stadium is going in, and it has to be filled up. He's spending a lot of money on that stadium himself, and everything surrounding it. So he's going to need to do something to generate enthusiasm, because the enthusiasm of the city is going down the drain right now. And there is a chance, if it was just a normal situation, it might be loyalty. But now it's turning into business, in my opinion. And when it turns into business, the business guys usually make decisions based on the business.
Right. And at the end of the day, I'm with you. I don't want to see anybody get fired. But at the end of the day, every coach knows this, and you can back this up.
I was there.
Every coach, every GM, every personnel director, they all know this. You are hired to eventually be fired. You are not going to keep your job for 20 or 30 years.
Absolutely.
You are eventually going to be fired. So it's just a matter of when it happens, if it's earlier or if it's later. So I don't know why you have this loyalty to a product of 2-7 above the water and 1-5 below the water. Don't forget what's below the water too, because what's below the water is the foundation of what's going on right now.
I can't disagree with you. I mean, I've gotten to that point now. Like I said, this is the time to start looking at your coaching staff, looking at your players, looking at the whole thing. I mean,
well, listen, I was with an organization that had a culture of excellence, and they don't pick a lot of coaches. They pick the right staff. They don't overspend in free agency. They draft well. They develop players, and they play hard-nosed football on both sides of the ball. That would be the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a long legacy of tradition that there's a reason why they only have 3 coaches in their history.
Right.
And you can say what you want about Tomlin. He's 0-5 in the playoffs in the last last 5 times they appearance, but there's still a lot to say about a person who's been with the organization 17 years. They've never had a losing season.
Yeah, he's a winner.
Yes,
that's
he's a winner.
The difference. That's kind of what makes this one a little vulnerable right now.
And he stitched it together. When it was a 16 game, it was a 9-7 or a 9-8, but they stay in it.
It's like a tree. Okay, let me give you this analogy. A tree grows down and up. All right, but the roots, the foundation, the roots are what happens first before it goes up. If you don't have if the root of your organization is not a solid foundation, then you don't grow.
Right, well, these roots are all soft and mushy.
I know they are. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it well, but that fired me up right there.
Yeah.
The difference between a water oak and a live oak right there. All right, Coach, we got to turn you loose. Enjoyed it as always.
Yeah. I apologize for the podcast.
Oh,
I got a little bit over the top. But
it's so good.
But
Go check it out on 1010XL.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we head into the 3 o'clock hour. Our XLP to the CFP. Plenty to look back on from Saturday. We'll do that all coming up.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Primetime on 1010XL. Get ready to roar into the weekend. Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pregame Friday.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
Brought to you by Dream Finders Homes.
Duval, baby.
On 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey there, all you sports dads rocking the best dad bod possible. We love seeing you eat tacos by the handful, and we love it when you bring your kids here too. For years, Lucy claimed that her favorite thing on the menu was sopapillas, with a big scoop of ice cream. I know that's not a taco, but that never stopped her. I was shooting for Dad of the Year anyway, so I just let it happen. Taco Lou's a great place to bring the family. There's something for everyone, as long as it starts with a taco. And a margarita for mom is always a good thing. At Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
1 second left. Hackers are ready to score. Will your business defense hold? Double-check cybersecurity stops threats 24/7. Don't wait. Visit doublecheck.com today to schedule your free security consultation. Act now and stay protected.
When mice and rats show up in your space, they can be a real pain. You need them out fast before they have time to multiply. Terminix knows how to shut down rodents, and they'll keep them from coming back to wreak more havoc. When rodents show up, so do we. Don't live with a rodent problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. TERMINIX.com.
It's all about the beautiful game. The Sporting Jack Soccer Hour. From national teams to youth soccer on the First Coast. Join Cole Pepper, Mauricio Ruiz, and Becky Burley for Soccer Talk. Tuesday at 6 p.m. on 1010 a.m.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about buying better quality diamonds, but is there any way to start with a smaller diamond and use it to trade up to a larger diamond later on?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because our founder, H.F. Underwood, popularized growing your diamond here in Jacksonville about 50 years ago, and it's something we still do today. When a customer buys an Underwood engagement ring or solitaire diamond pendant or a pair of ear studs, we guarantee they get the price they paid for it on the purchase of any larger diamond. Now, a lot of stores would say, big deal. We do that too, but here's the Underwood difference. We guarantee you get what you paid when you trade in your Underwood diamond, even if you're trading up by only $1. It's not that you have to trade up 2 for 1 like most jewelers ask. There have been literally thousands of people in the Jacksonville area who have taken advantage of our policy, and Underwood still grows a lot of diamonds for a lot of people.
Underwood, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Duck Duck Rooter wants you to join our VIP membership program. This will give you peace of mind knowing your plumbing, heating, and cooling systems are running their best. Ready to join? Call 904-862-6769. That's 904-802-6769.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Want a one-stop shop when it comes to commercial or residential construction? Then pick Preferred Builders. They should be high on your list. Over 70 years of construction experience combined with exceptional product and service warranties. They've got a team ready to tackle any size project. In fact, they built their business in Duval by offering superior work at reasonable prices, and reputation over time means something. Honest and knowledgeable, reliable and responsive. Be sure and put Preferred Builders into your game plan for your next construction project. That's Preferred Builders.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time home buyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time home buyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time home buyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time home buyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time home buyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time home buyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. Yes, 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at TrustlineMortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
Southampton invites you to enjoy a round of golf and then a round with your buds, thanks to their game day special. Every Saturday and Sunday during the season, order up 10 wings and a cold pitcher for just $22. Plus, being a member at Southampton has its privileges, like a $500 gift card when you join with a paid initiation fee. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Twilight Golf every day with special rates after 3 o'clock. Don't forget trivia Thursday nights and music on the patio Friday night. All at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Slow, and I want to talk to you today about having a grateful spirit. As we journey in life, it's so easy to take things for granted. But I want to encourage you to never get tired of thanking God for your blessings. Take time also to thank the people in your life who have and are helping you to become the person you are today. Don't go through life complaining, go through life praising.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
This is Molly McDonald with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. Brought to you by the YMCA. The UNF men's basketball team made history last night, beating South Carolina in their season opener for their first ever win over an SEC opponent. The Ospreys tied up the game with 1:49 left to go, with sophomore guard Jalen Smith sealing the deal with his closing three-point play. Ospreys head coach Driscoll spoke post-game on the victory and how proud he was of his team.
You know, we got down, we came back, and then we took the lead. And I think that really goes well with the theme we have, play to win, but the confidence to finish. And we use the number 2 because we talk about what it means down the stretch. Those last 2 minutes, when you get in a situation where the game is at hand for either team, what are you going to do? How efficient are you going to be? And to our guys' credit, they did an amazing job of playing the way we're supposed to play, guarding the way we're supposed to guard.
Ospreys take the court again Thursday night at home, tipping off against Charleston Southern at 7. It's 83 degrees at 3 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Always a good time hanging out, talking ball. We love our head coach, Dave Campo. We spend most of the 2 o'clock hour on your Jags and a couple of other NFL topics. We really didn't bring up Kansas City in overtime last night against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but we will spend some time on them a little bit later on. Right now, it's time for a little college football. Beaver Toyota, Beaver Chevy bringing you today's show. And I love seeing my dudes. They were out playing yesterday at the Golf Club of Southampton with the SGA tournament, and they are diehard NFL and college football fans. So anyway, we're having a bunch of fun talking about all the teams that are out there playing for this first college football playoff ranking. So let's get into it. This is our XLP to the CFP.
Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
I'm telling you, if you get you a cold one tonight, when you're watching the college football playoff, the committee unveiled their first set of rankings. I'm guaranteeing you there's going to be some disagreement among college football fans out there about where these teams belong. But this is how we're going to do it.
Because what else would you be watching tonight?
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I'm watching it for sure. What time does it come on, Matt Hayes? I know you know.
7:30.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
10 weeks are complete in our college football season, and we are going to find out who the first 12 are.
I'm getting sad already.
It sucks, man. It goes by so fast. It's like a cold Modelo. It just goes down way too fast. All right, so let's get into it. Our XLP to the CFP, 12-9, Leon, as we start things off. Now, you can point out a couple of them that are still the oldies on the outside looking in if you want.
Well, my number 12 is actually Alabama. They got a big one against LSU. This is probably the single elimination game this weekend. Whoever wins the end, the other one is probably out. But Alabama's a scratch, all right? My number 12 is Boise State. My number 7 is SMU with a big win over Pitt.
SMU at 11, you're saying?
Yeah. At 11, yes. Yeah. SMU is at 11, yes.
I like
Keep
that.
it 2 ACCs in, absolutely.
I like that.
My number 10 is Notre Dame. My number 9 is Tennessee. The Vols are back in.
Okay. And by the way, the Vols, they keep figuring out ways to make things interesting. There's no question about it. All right, 12-9, Maddie.
My 12, by the way, you are not going to like my XLP. Well, you might. Yeah. My 12 is BYU.
Okay.
Unbeaten BYU. I think they'll be, right now, the projected Big 12 champion. So I'm going to stick them at 12. They're, I got to see a little more from them.
Okay, so
I got to see a little more from the Big 12 in general.
You're saying, you've got a chance to see them in that number 4 spot or somewhere in the top.
Right, but right now, they're at 12.
Okay.
My 11 is Ole Miss, and Ole Miss could make the biggest jump of everyone this weekend by beating Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
My 10 is Bama, and my 9 is Notre Dame, which everyone is forgetting about. And, I mean, Notre Dame's got a cakewalk the rest of the season. They got 4 games. They'll be highly favored in all 4, including against unbeaten Army.
Yeah.
And I believe that's at Yankee Stadium, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe they go up there, and they already rolled Navy.
They win those 4, they're in. They lose any one of the 4, they're out.
Well, they're not losing Saturday. Florida State.
No, that's not only the worst team in the power conferences. That's one of the worst teams in football. Period.
Oh yeah. All right. So I'm taking the bait. That would suggest to me that your group of 5 is not your 12, 11, 10, or 9.
That's correct.
Okay. Listen, I love it. I love where we're going. All right, my 12-9. Just a reminder here. Week 10, we saw 4 top 5 matchups. The 4th one of the season, and it was Ohio State and Penn State. We have seen some great ball through this season, looking forward to the way it's going to play out with the top 12. So I'm going to keep my number 12 spot the same. I'm not going to change it. I'm still looking at Boise State. 8 games this season. Ashton Jeanty has 1,525 rushing yards and 20 touchdowns. This guy is just eye-popping good. So I've got Boise State 12. I've got SMU making their first appearance into the XLP CFP. Take a look at what they did. They absolutely smoked Pittsburgh. They embarrassed them. They really did. It was a lousy schedule that the Panthers had coming into this game. SMU hadn't really played a whole hell of a lot more than that, but they deserve to be up there, number 11. Notre Dame, number 12. You definitely have to give them credit the way that they've kind of straightened things out ever since that win over Louisville. And as Matt mentioned, the teams they have left, FSU, Virginia, Army, and Southern Cal, they should have.
Cal's changing quarterbacks right now.
They should have an easy time of it. 9, I think I'm with you, sirs. Did you put Tennessee 9?
Yeah, I got the Vols now.
So I've got the Vols. How about, it's just crazy how they keep teams in games, but they were able to take care of business. They knocked your boy Vandergriff out of the game, and that other guy, that backup for Kentucky.
That Tennessee defense is
actually
very good.
That backup looked pretty good, too.
Gavin Wimsatt?
Yeah.
His former Rutgers quarterback?
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Did
you see that dime throw? Listen, Vandergriff has been terrible for them. Terrible. All right, 8 to 8.
Number 8 is this is my Cinderella. Indiana. I like Indiana. They had a big win against Michigan State. That's a pretty big winner. Number 7, I got Texas at number 7. Number 6, I got number 6. I got Penn State after the loss to Ohio State. I got them 6, and number 5. I got Ohio State at number 5.
Okay. All right. So the Buckeyes are right on the outside looking in. I feel like there's definitely some commonality with me and Big Searcy, but Maddie, you got something different.
All right, number 8, I've got Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Have played no one, but just killing everybody.
Yeah.
We're down 10-0 to Michigan State. Ran off 47 straight.
Yep.
You got a Big Ten blue blood, Michigan this week. It's not, the typical Michigan team, but I think if you hang a number on Michigan, I think you're going to see a lot of people start to go, whoa, hang on a second.
Yeah, they're good.
Right? In 3 weeks, they got to go at Columbus, so that'll be very interesting for Indiana. Number 7, I've got Texas. We'll see what happens. We'll see if, magically DJ Lagway may play this week. Either that or Billy Napier saying that just because he's trying to get Texas to prepare for both DJ Lagway.
And you want to know why? Because he's a damn good coach.
That's
what good coaches do.
That's quality coaching.
Continue.
That's what that is. That and that throw on 1st and 10 with 4 minutes to go. Where am I at? 7. So I'm number 6. Number 6, I've got Georgia.
Okay.
Georgia at 6. And I'm very concerned about the Dogs.
Okay.
I'm very concerned about Carson Beck. He's got, 11 interceptions in the last, 4 games?
Yeah, last 4 or 5, yeah.
5 games, yeah. It doesn't look right. And I know it looked really good against Texas. And even when it looked good against Texas, that offense didn't look right.
No.
It doesn't look right now. I'm really concerned about Georgia. In this game at Ole Miss, an Ole Miss team that's surging right now, that's starting to feel it a little bit. That Ole Miss offense, even without Trey Harris.
Yeah.
Right?
And he tried to go in this game and was not 100%.
Without their best receiver, without their best running back, and they hang 62 on Arkansas. And they have almost 700 yards offense. Absolutely ridiculous. So
Archie may have had a little quit in them.
I've got Georgia at 6, and my number 5 is Ohio State. Mm-hmm. Nice win on the road against Penn State, even though Penn State literally just gave it to them.
Well, it was.
Gave them the game by running the same play, the same exact play 4 straight times.
Yeah, it was a big win for one, a big loss for the other. All right, my 8 to 5, and there's a lot of similarities here, but you can't argue with Indiana. I had them Ole outside looking in for a while. I'm bringing them into the party. Their quarterback was able to bounce back. Imagine having thumb surgery. A couple weeks later, he's throwing for 263 in a season high, tying 4 touchdown passes. So Rourke playing extremely well, and like Matty laid out, there are big ball games coming up. 7 for me is Penn State. Okay, James Franklin is 1-10 versus Ohio State. They had opportunities to win this game. They had Tyler Warren in a position where he could make plays. He runs all the way to the 1 or 2 yard line. I'd have handed it off to that big old tight end 4 straight times out of the backfield. He's played quarterback for him. It's just.
He's run Wildcat this year and taken the ball himself and scored touchdowns.
I would have had no hesitation whatsoever. You've got to win that football game. They did not, but they suffered their first loss, so they're still in it. I've got Texas 6th, 21.5-point favorites against the Florida Gators, and who knows if that will climb. First game for them after the loss and after the week, and we'll see where they go. 5, I have Ohio State. That's not a surprise. They're in that 5th spot based on that big win. All right.
So you got Penn State at 7. You don't have Penn State in your poll, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. See, I'm the only guy that dropped them out, huh?
Okay, yeah. You dropped them out. Yeah.
Out.
Which is way surprise.
Wow.
All right, 4
All right, my number 4 team is I got a keynote on my number 4 team, all right? Mm-hmm. After Big 12, K-State loss, or Iowa State loss. Yeah. I still got BYU there, but I got an asterisk. I got Colorado. Primetime is looming.
I like it.
It's looming.
That's one of the Olies right there.
So
that's a big game this week at Texas Tech.
Yes, absolutely. So I got BYU at 4. At 3, I got the Bulldogs at 3.
Okay.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
I left Florida was
moving. You're not even calling them Georgia anymore, are you?
Bulldog.
They've lost that.
Yes.
Somebody's moving on up.
And Florida was the barometer, okay? All right, so Georgia is at 3. They took the boogeyman stat.
That's a good argument.
At 2, I got the Canes at 2. I got the Miami Hurricanes at 2. Yes. All right. Down 28-17 to Duke. Came back, Cam Ward. Listen, Cam Ward's going to win the Heisman. I know people.
Manny almost threw that funk on you, by the way.
He almost did. He tried. He tried to put that deodorant on. He did. I shook it off. I know it's a lot of people out there that listen. I know when Miami is similar, halfway back is when the hate is real.
Right.
But the people out there, Cam Ward's going to win Heisman. So just get over it.
He looks pretty damn good.
Yes.
Right?
He does.
So Miami's at 2, and I got Oregon at 1.
Yeah,
It's a good race between he and Dylan Gabriel and Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is going to get a lot more votes than you think.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch because, like Leon just laid out, Colorado is right there. They were able to take care of business against Cincinnati. Travis Hunter's healthy. Look what he had, 9 catches, 153 yards, a couple touchdowns. So they are definitely one of the teams to watch. I hated saying goodbye to the Iowa State Cyclones. And they were there. They even took the lead in that game against Texas Tech.
I know they did, but that's
only to lose it.
That tells you that game, the Colorado at Texas Tech game, might be like the funnest game of the week.
Yeah, it'll be good. So BYU, you got to give them credit. Retzlaff, 1,872 yards, 18 touchdowns. He is playing well. BYU number 4. Canes, I still have you at number 3. Just based, but I like your argument. If you're using the barometer of Florida versus both of those teams, Miami walked into the swamp, walked out with a big dub. Florida had Georgia on the ropes. But I'm still going to go ahead and put the Canes in that 3rd spot. You take a look at what they have had to deal with. They've given up a ton of points, at least 30 points in 4 ACC games so far this season. That's a lot to give up. Georgia, 2, Oregon, 1. And I'm just keeping them right there because Georgia, as we said, has got a huge, huge game to prove that they can stay there. And Oregon, we know that they're basically on cruise control until they get to the Big Ten championship game. At least it would seem that way.
All right. My 4, Boise State.
Okay, so you moved them all the way up.
So, again, now you have to remember this now. Listen to this, okay? The top 4 conference champions. It doesn't have to be the Power 4 champions. It's the top 4 ranked conference champions are the first 4 teams to get the byes, okay? And by me moving Boise State to 4, I believe they are a better conference champion than the Big 12 champion right now.
I love this.
Okay? Now, if you say, are you out of your mind? They've got 1 loss, which is what most people do. They're not unbeaten. They don't play the same schedule. They played Oregon in week 2 this week in Eugene. And I'll say this again. Oregon needed a kick return for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown, and a last-second field goal to beat Boise State. This is a legit, real Boise State team. It's not just Genty. It's Max at quarterback. Really well. It's a defense that's number 2 in the nation in sacks. They get after it. They're a difficult team. They may end up being 12 because that's what the committee will do. But whoever that SEC team is at number 5, you better watch out, man. Like if they have to go and play at Texas is in for a game, man. They are in for a game. Whoever it is.
All right.
Now, so that means my number 3 going to be the Canes. All right. Now, outside of playing the worst, again, power conference team in the country, Florida State, Miami has given up this in their ACC games. 34, 38, 45, and 31 points.
It's a lot.
All unranked, those games, against unranked teams.
That's a lot.
I'm good with that. Golden State.
Bro, I got one word for that.
Golden State, they outshoot you.
Woof.
They outshoot you.
All right. Okay. Because the pain's coming from Miami in that defense, right?
Oh, stop.
All right.
My number 2?
Yep.
Tennessee. I got the Vols at 2 because I think the Vols have the best chance getting out of this thing, getting to the SEC championship game and winning it because I think at some point it's going to click for Nico.
Well,
defensively, they're terrific. Offensively, they got the run game. They've got the receivers. He's got to start hitting those deep balls. If he starts hitting those deep balls, they are going to be very, very difficult to beat. Like if Hendon Hooker was playing for them right now, they're unbeaten and they're 1. It's not even a question.
But they also had Hendon the last time they went to Athens and got their butt beat.
No,
so
I understand that. A completely different defense this time around.
Yeah.
And frankly, a completely different Georgia team this time around, too, because that Georgia team was devastating.
Uber good.
In 21. All right, and my number 1, of course, is the Ducks.
Okay. So Oregon, hard to argue with him right now. He is.
By the way, since they gave up 34 to Ohio State, they've given up an average of 11.8 points per game.
That's pretty damn good. That's really good. All right, we're going to get back to college football. We definitely have to work in a good topic in the National Football League, and we're going to do it with a Here Comes the Judge coming up here in just a second. As a matter of fact, RGM has provided a costume for Judge Joe to get into costume with Here Comes the Judge coming up here in just a second. But first,
that just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Less than 45 minutes before the trade deadline comes to a close, 4 o'clock Eastern. ML Football putting it out there, and they're on top of things as much as anybody. Breaking, multiple NFL teams are heavily pursuing Jacksonville star ETN in a trade. Oh, my goodness. According to sources. So we will keep our eye on that one. If that were to happen, then that would mean Jacksonville's fallen into a seller's mode. So we'll keep an eye on that. It is XL Primetime.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. They may not make a lot of plays. Good snap. Good hole. But sometimes they make the most important play.
One of the best kickers in the league year in and year out.
Listen for the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game on 1010XL.
Who has the best lineup this season? Honda. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, hybrids, and electric. This is one of the greatest lineups Honda has ever had. And now is the best time to purchase or lease one. Visit your local Honda dealer now. Remember, only a Honda is a Honda.
I'm Chris Campione. Auto accidents can leave you feeling lost and overwhelmed. But at Campione Law, we're here to guide you with a personal touch through every step of the process. We don't get paid unless you get paid. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione. Campione Law.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Hacker here, and guys, the countdown is over. I didn't just hit the 100-pound mark. I blew past it thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. 107 pounds gone just like that. More weight than a quarter keg of beer. Speaking of beer, here's where it gets fun. We're throwing a big celebration at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach. Yeah, you heard that right. A weight loss party at Mr. Chubby's. The irony's juicier than their wings, but here's the thing. I can celebrate at Mr. Chubby's and still keep the pounds off. If you didn't know, yes, wings are still on the menu while losing weight with Awaken 180 weight loss. Join me in 1010XL on November 9th for the Florida and Texas game, and you could win a spot at my table. Food is included. There'll be ticket giveaways and more for the celebration. If I can shed a whole Mr. Chubby and still throw a party at one, what's holding you back? Call Awaken 180, 844-346-1800, or hit up Awaken180weightloss.com, and let's get it done.
Bold City AC. Heating that rules.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC. We got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
Nick in here with my concierge doctor, Richard Townsend. Doc T, how does a concierge direct primary care operate?
We are a membership-based primary care made directly between the patient and physician. We'll have a limited amount of patients that allows us to give unlimited access and personal service to you. This individualized approach has been shown to lower hospitalizations as well as maintain healthier lives. We also give 24/7 access via phone to me outside of our scheduled office hours.
To learn more, go to mypvconcierge.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulating this week's high school scholar athlete, Leighton Yates, senior diver and track and field athlete at Stanton Prep. Leighton is a member of the National Spanish and Psychology Honor Societies. Congratulations, Leighton.
Nick in here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Monday, November 11th is Veterans Day, and we'll be honoring those who have served our nation all day and night at String Sports Brewery in Springfield with a free barbecue sandwich, side, and a beer. That's for all veterans and active duty military members anytime on Veterans Day. Plus, our show will be there live from 4 to 6, thanks to our friends at Firewatch, which was created to address veteran suicide prevention, and the Cohen Clinic at Centerstone that offers outpatient mental health for active duty, post 9/11 veterans and military families. So come to Strings on Veterans Day.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon from MyBookie. Our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that's got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does your other sports book pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back, and if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Step up, use our promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from the jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. Stack that with MyBookie's risk-free Thursdays, so why wait? There's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click on the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds your money. Sign up now, get your double deposit bonus with promo code 1010XL, the best sign-up bonus for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool. On 1010XL.
All right, we love it on XL Primetime. Always hanging out with XL Primetime listeners out there, be it on YouTube or the stream, 92.5 FM, 1010 AM, your desktop, whatever it might be. But this could be a good time to log on to YouTube and check out XL Primetime, because we are cranking up another segment of Here Comes the Judge. And our GM, Steve Griffin, has outfitted me, Judge Joe, because I get to rule between Leon's argument and Matt Hayes' argument. And I have got the gavel. I am in full costume.
You look magnificent. You look like an English judge.
I am ready to go. And guess what? One of you twos is going to be guilty.
That's not English. That's
English.
like Long Island.
But let's set up the argument right now.
Here comes the judge.
Order in the court.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Well, we're going to find out who's got the truth and who doesn't, and I will rule on this subject. Here comes the judge. We say thanks to Campione Law. Chris Campione, his entire bunch, a local group of attorneys, can help you if you happen to find yourself in front of the judge. You need representation that cares about you. Just log on CampioneLaw.com, and you can definitely check out a local attorney office ready to take care of you. Now, this is a very simple argument. Both sides can present, and we'll find out who has the winning argument. And this is the MVP race in the National Football League. We're basically at the midway point here.
True.
And we now have candidates for the MVP. Leon, you are selecting.
I'll get to it.
Okay, so
I've got an argument on the award itself.
Okay.
First of all.
All right, but let us know who you're representing. Who are you selecting as your MVP candidate?
Derrick Henry.
All right, you were selecting.
All right, Derrick Henry. Yes,
King,
yes.
The
King
diesel,
Henry. Yes, absolutely.
Derrick Henry. Matt Hayes, who are you selecting to represent?
Pat Mahomes.
Obvious.
Pat Mahomes. An undefeated Kansas City Chiefs team. A Baltimore Ravens team that started 0-2, but now just rocking and rolling.
Yes.
All right, present your case.
All right, Your Honor, first of all, let me just say this, Your Honor. First of all, this award is fiscally irresponsible. Let me tell you what. For the last 25 years, my client at his position has only won it 4 times. Quarterbacks have won it 20 times, all right? My client is north of Jacksonville in Yulee.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a thorn in the Jaguars' side for the longest. I was trying to get him out of the division. He's out of the division.
I'll agree to that.
We couldn't get him out the conference. He's still in the conference. And he's making hay in Baltimore. He is over 1,000 yards rushing already in 9 games. He has 9 touchdowns. He has 2 receiving touchdowns. He's averaging 6.3 carries a game.
6.3 yards per carry.
Yes, per carry. He is a bowling ball and butcher knives. He is a railroad. He's a train off the railroad tracks. He is a semi-truck coming downhill on you with no brakes.
Oh, yeah.
That is King Henry from Yulee. That is my case.
All diesel all the time. I love it, Big Search. All right, Matty Hayes, you get the floor now as you represent Pat Mahomes in this case of who is the NFL MVP.
Your Honor, I could submit to you that the Chiefs are the only unbeaten team in the NFL. They're 8-0. I could say that the Chiefs have won 14 straight dating to last season when they won 6 straight to win their 2nd straight Super Bowl. Okay? I could talk about the 6 of the 8 wins this season are 1-possession games. But I submit to you, last night's game against the Bucs, the coin flip in overtime. The coin goes in the air. It comes down. Chiefs win the toss. And the look on Baker Mayfield's face said it all.
It did.
No chance. Baker rolls his eyes and says, "You got to be kidding me." And guess what happens? The Chiefs go 70 yards in 7 plays. Mahomes hits 5 of 5 passes for 52 yards, the last leading to a 2-yard touchdown run from Kareem Hunt that wins another game and puts the Chiefs at 8-0. Again, the only unbeaten team in the league. And I don't care about the 11 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. I don't care about that interception-touchdown ratio.
Of course you don't, counselor.
Okay?
9 interceptions for a league MVP.
Well, you're not supposed to argue with the counselor, okay?
It's my court. Order.
The point I'm making is when you need a play to happen, when you need a game to be won, the ball goes in the hands of the best player in the league. The best player in the league, far and away, is Pat Mahomes. He was it last year, he was it the year before, and the year before that, and the year before that, and he'll be it this year, and the following year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and forever how long he decides to play, Your Honor.
All right, Counselor.
I object. Your Honor, the 11 touchdowns and 9 interceptions cannot be an oversight. You can't. The defense.
I didn't say it was an oversight.
But
I don't care.
The defense has played better, and they got D-Hop, which is almost unfair.
So,
Your Honor, if I may, if we're gonna start bringing ancillary things into this argument, Derrick Henry has El Boogie running around for him. Which makes it much easier for them to run the ball when you've got El Boogie running around. El Boogie might be number 2 in the MVP race right now.
Well, as a matter of fact, as I'm looking at some of these numbers right now, Lamar Jackson is once again the favorite. 4th straight week where there's been a different
What, are you telling me Your Honor looks at betting lines?
And he has come in.
That might be a problem right there in and of
as
itself.
the favorite. Listen, this judge has been known to study the lines just so I can rule on all things when it comes to the reigning MVP in the National Football League, which Lamar Jackson is, and now has returned to that favorite status. Derrick Henry is 2nd in the MVP voting right now. Closing arguments, Leon Searcy for Derrick Henry.
My closing arguments is he's the king. He's a wrecking ball. And Lamar Jackson's offensive line, he never mentions offensive line. It's always about the quarterback. Offensive line is playing well as well. That's the reason why both of them are in the top 2 of the MVP plays. But yes, Derrick Henry is the man. This MVP has been biased over the last 25 years, and soon to be a running back should be Derrick Henry.
It is true. It's become more of a quarterback award.
Yes.
Closing argument.
Your Honor, my closing argument is the game on the line. Is there anyone else in the National Football League that you want the ball in his hands? That's number 1. And number 2, my second closing argument is You continue to talk about gambling and the lines, you're going to have to recuse yourself for being a degenerate gambler.
Listen, I have to make sure that I pay for this courtroom. Every time I have to come in here, I got to lay down a bet to make sure we keep our doors open, okay? All right, listen, I've got a rule on this. We're going to go ahead and deliver the verdict. Derrick Henry has 11 rushing touchdowns this season, fourth player in NFL history to reach 10 rushing touchdowns in 7 career seasons. What he's doing right now is special because he's gotten to a place where they are winning instead of being in that desolate suck place of Nash Vegas. And so now his work is being recognized. Pat Mahomes, hard to argue. You're right. He's the quarterback of an unbeaten team. But is that an old, convenient argument where you go with the best player on the best team?
No, that's not my argument. My argument is he's the best player in the league.
Interceptions.
If you need a game to be won, it revolves around Pat Mahomes, not around a running back. That's my argument.
He does deliver.
He's the best player at the most important position on the field. That's my argument.
And last night, when it looked like he may have been injured, seriously injured, on a bad left ankle, he went down. It looked like he had to be helped off the field. He comes right back out like it's nothing. Shows no signs.
Your Honor, can I remind you the look on Baker Mayfield's face after the coin flip?
It was something. It was something. But the court has to rule in honor of Derrick Henry, who is torching the National Football League this year. He is on pace
a homer choice.
to go over 2,000 yards. He is right now pacing.
You're out of order. This whole court is out of order.
1,900 yards, and I can't help but recognize excellence right now. When he is on a roll, he has scored 9 straight games.
You're out of order.
And then you have Mahomes, as good as he is. This might be one of the seasons where he's having to fight himself a little bit with some of those interceptions. I rule in favor of Derrick.
Yeah, well, your rulings blow. How about that?
All right, here comes
By the way,
judge.
that's the best Al Pacino movie, not Godfather. Dog Afternoon is the best.
It's a great one. It's a great one. All right, here comes the judge. If you find yourself in front of the judge, don't forget, Chris Campione and company can take care of you. Trusted local attorneys. You can log on campionelaw.com and make sure you have proper representation when you find yourself in front of the judge.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers.
Hacker here. By now, you've probably heard I dropped over 100 pounds with Awaken 180. And now we want you to come celebrate with me at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra for a Florida-Texas watch party, Saturday the 9th. Yep, we'll celebrate my weight loss with great food at a Gator watch party, and for a chance for you and a guest to win a free tab at my table, text the word Chubby to the 1010XL text line at 641-1010. Plus, I'll have ticket giveaways and more fun at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
Frank Franzi here for Stanley Pools. You know, pool design has come a long way, and if your pool is outdated, Stanley Pools specializes in bringing older pools up to date for the whole family to enjoy. That's why I did it a few years ago, and man, I love the way my pool looks now after we added travertine pavers and so much else. Stanley Pools has been serving our community since 1988, so call them today at 269-7277 or find them online at StanleyPoolsFL.com. That's Stanley Pools, a family tradition of fine swimming pools.
Hey, gang, Prosser here, telling you once again about Chad and Sandy Newman. Mortgage rates are down, creating more active buyers and sellers. If you've been waiting, now is a great time to sell your home before more homes flood the market, driving down prices. So maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. They can handle that. You see, Chad and Sandy can take every problem you think you have and replace it
with a promise. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. The success stories are rolling in. Mike and Lisa in McCormick. We inherited a family home that came with equity but also a mortgage. We needed to sell fast to avoid extra expenses on a second mortgage. We heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. Everything they say on the radio is true. The home sold in 3 days for full asking price. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200, or go to chadandsandy.com. That's ChadAndSandy.com.
Rake in the savings this fall with Universal Roof and Contracting. Enjoy 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a free wind mitigation inspection. With financing options as low as $115 a month, protecting your home has never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP. Offer expires November 30th. Protect your home and your wallet.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
Whether you're navigating rush hour traffic or heading to the home team game on the weekend, remember, drive cautiously. If you find yourself in a fender bender, don't ignore those aches and pains. Injury Care Centers is there for you. Skip the urgent cares that treat colds and flus. They're not equipped to handle injuries. Go straight to Injury Care Centers. Call 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008. Drive safe, think Injury Care Centers, and go team.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 5th, 2022, NHL star Alex Ovechkin scores his 787th career goal for the Washington Capitals, setting a new all-time NHL record for most goals scored for a single team.
Total Wine and More is having a Taste of Town November 8th and 9th from noon to 6 both days. Enjoy great liquor brands, craft beer, and more. Brackish Vodka is excited to announce 6 additional flavors, and all can be sampled and purchased at the Total Wine and More Taste of Town November 8th and 9th. Come to Total Wine at the Town Center and sample great local brands. Brackish Vodka is a proud partner of the Jaguars and proud to be supporting the Taste of Town.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers, they take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
Discover luxury storage life at The Shed, opening soon in Atlanta Beach, for a place to store your cars, boats, and toys. A place for an office, a golf simulator, or a man cave. AC and plumbing available. The list of premium uses is endless. Take a tour on Instagram or go to theshedjacks.com.
The holidays are just around the corner, and so is your entire family.
Babe, the toilet's growling at me again.
Uh-oh, the kitchen sink just turned into Old Faithful. There's no hot water!
Don't let plumbing chaos steal your holiday cheer. Call Duck Duck Rooter today to fix those issues before Aunt Linda blames you for ruining Christmas dinner. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
This is Hayes Carlion for Skylife Elite. Have you ever thought about aircraft ownership as another potential revenue stream and as a tool for tax savings? Put your tax money to work for you while enjoying the benefits of private personal travel. Skylife Elite has over a decade of experience in business aviation and can guide you through the process with their expert staff. Call my friends over at Skylife Elite at 490-9332 or find them at flyskylife.com to get the rundown on everything owning an airplane can do for you.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars analyst Jeff Lageman on a Jaguars defender who stood out on Sunday at Philadelphia.
I think the guy that really had the best game out of all the defensive linemen was Devon Hamilton. You know, and sometimes people would look at the numbers and say, how can he have had a good game based on the numbers, you know? But the ball wasn't running in Devon Hamilton's gap. He had a very strong game. You talk about one of the most dominant plays in the history of the NFL, which is the tush push, and the reason it wasn't working is because Devon Hamilton was jacking up Cam Jurgens. And I'm talking jacking him up, and did a great job with it. I think he single-handedly shut down the tush push in this ball game.
Jeff Lageman this morning on Jaguars Today. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars Update.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right. My takeaway is tonight at 7:30, the first college football playoff brackets are going to be unveiled. And my thing is, listen, you can say what you want to say about Miami, easy schedule, but listen, all you haters, they're going to get in. You'll be watching.
Maybe.
Matt, ain't no maybe in it. We're going to get in. You know what? We're going to get in, Matt Hayes. You always try to steal my joy.
What were those
You've been
numbers?
trying to steal it for the last 9 weeks.
You want to hear those numbers again, Joe?
And we've disappointed you the last 9 weeks.
4 games in the ACC.
Other than your win over FAU, which is Florida State's, disguised.
FAU, we ain't playing no
Florida
FAU.
State's disguised as FAU now, or FIU actually. Florida State looks more like FIU than FSU. Miami has given up 34, 38, 45, and 31 points in ACC games.
That's a lot.
Well, we've scored. We're leading the country in scoring.
In the 50s.
I know that, bro.
Yeah. All right. Well, that should be your.
You ain't gonna play those defenses when you get to the playoff now.
Yeah, please. Like the scary defense, like Georgia, the way Florida ran over them.
My takeaway is tonight is the big night, the big reveal, college football, big reveal. I can't wait till the end of the month because the first week of December, because I think we're gonna have a fun as all get out championship week. I don't care who makes it to the SEC. Those 2 games is going to be a great game, okay? And you look at the Big Ten, you're going to get an Ohio State-Oregon rematch, most likely, unless Indiana does the unthinkable and beats Ohio State, and I don't think they will. But you got Oregon, Ohio State in the Big Ten. You've got 2. You're going to get a good game in the SEC no matter who it is.
Yeah.
You're going to get Miami against most likely SMU, one-loss SMU in the ACC, which will be a great game. And then in the Big 12, you might even get Prime.
You might.
You might get Prime against BYU or Iowa State or, I don't know, maybe K-State finds a way to get back in there. Who knows? But you might get Prime in the Big 12 championship game. It would be, let me tell you something.
Highly possible.
Let me just tell you this, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just say you have your 12-team playoff, okay? And let's just say your 12-team playoff includes these gigantic television properties, Alabama, Ohio State,
Sure.
right?
The Blue
Miami,
Bloods. Yeah.
all these big names, Penn State, Tennessee, Georgia, right? All these big names, and then Prime comes in. Prime, the biggest personality in the sport. Prime comes in, coming off a Big 12 championship, right? With his son, who's going to be a top 3, maybe in the first overall pick, with his wide receiver / corner, who may win the Heisman, Travis Hunter, right?
He can have the top 2 picks in the draft.
Yes.
And let me tell you something, Prime, for that week, when the Big 12 will be sitting out as a bye week, imagine that week while everybody's playing those first-round games. It's just going to be, Prime is going to be doing nothing but sell.
He'll
be doing the Primetime tour.
Listen, that team is the only team that's hated more than us. Easily. You know that. Easily.
By the way, just as far as Colorado is concerned, 8 teams within a game of a spot in the Big 12 championship game. And like we said, they beat Cincinnati. They've got the game coming up. They are definitely.
That's a big game this weekend. That's a difficult game for them because when Texas Tech is playing right, when they're not doing what they did against Baylor and lost by 30, they're a tough team, and winning there is very difficult.
And by the way, they definitely played a hell of a game and had to come back against Iowa State. And
they start throwing those tacos at you, man. The shells.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the soft shells, but still, they start throwing those things at you. That's what they do there.
I do love the soft shell.
It's, I mean, that's it. That's a loud place. I think this is it's a night game, right? Yeah, this is going to be a very, very difficult game for Colorado this week.
All right, awesome. We're going to look forward to the college football playoff rankings released tonight. We'll definitely have plenty of reaction to that. I got to get back to the Diesel, though, with this right now.
It's a 4 p.m. game.
Is it 4 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this right now with the Diesel.
Here's a bold fact, brought to you by Bold City Brewery, Duval's first craft brewery. Online at boldcitybrewery.com.
That's right. They were the first, and you can definitely enjoy Taco Tuesday on Roselle Street in Riverside, their production house. They've just got a great kitchen to go along with a great craft. You can drop on by there or Bold City downtown, especially if you're heading to the game with the Jags and the Vikings. Look for them on Bay Street and get you one of those delicious Dukes, one of those Killer Whales, Mad Manatee, Bold City IPA, whatever it might be. As Leon so eloquently argued earlier in honor of the Diesel as being the best MVP candidate right now, this guy is doing some special stuff this late in his career. Fourth player since 1990 to record a touchdown in each of his first 9 games of a season. Fourth to do it. Can you name any of the other 3? That should be a clue.
It doesn't have to be his first year of playing. It's any season.
No. Fourth player since 1990 to record a touchdown.
Let me just say this. Now that the judge is out of the room and is gone,
9
that judge is a homer, okay? Let's just
Well, let me tell you something. Judges can be influenced by their
first 9 games.
Yeah.
Would Randy be one of them?
Is this a running back?
Yeah.
No, it could be anything. Is it just
could be
running
anybody?
back?
Anybody.
It could be, but I'll just go ahead and give you that since we're.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to throw Randy Moss out there as one of them.
Record a touchdown in each of his first 9 games of a season. I will give you the clue. Like I said, name any of the 3. That's a clue that it's not the obvious. And then I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. Yes to running backs.
So it is running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall Faulk.
Nope.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Nope. That's why I said you have to go. You have to go past the.
You have to go deep. You don't have to go
Emmitt
deep.
Smith.
Nope.
You have to go deep.
I'll tell you.
John Riggins.
Nope.
No, 1990s.
It only goes to the 90s, you're saying?
Yeah, since 1990.
Since 1990, okay.
It's not the obvious.
Yeah.
It's
Priest
funny.
Holmes.
Nope. I'll go ahead.
Is it like Icky Woods, someone like that? Is it going to be somebody like that?
Well, they're all very recognizable.
Are you going to do this to me? It's going to be someone like that?
No. They're all very recognizable and accomplished names since 1990 now. But one was an undrafted dude. Another one was a
Tim
highly
Smith?
drafted dude.
Tim Smith?
Nope.
Terrell Davis.
Nope.
Barry Foster.
Nope.
Golly, really?
Yeah, it's crazy. One guy did it.
Edge?
Nope. One guy did it in 2018. Another guy did it in 2012. Another guy did it in 2011. I'll just go ahead and give it to you.
All right, let's hear it.
Because this is impressive. Henry is a regular name when it comes to the run game. First 9 games, a touchdown each one of them. Todd Gurley did it in the first 10 games in 2018 before he wrecked his knees. Undrafted Arian Foster, former Volunteer, did it in the first 9.
These are kind of Icky Wood names
2012.
here.
But like I said, good luck guessing any of them. The other one is a very accomplished player, Shady. LaShawn McCoy, 9 straight games with scores in 2011. And by the way, Jalen Hurts just passed him rushing with his hurt spurt.
Yeah.
That ain't the same as LaShawn McCoy getting in the end zone.
By the way,
You know what I
that
mean?
might be your best question of late.
That's a good
last
one right
few months,
there.
actually. Yeah, I like
but
that.
Speaking of our best, let's go to it now.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers, the exclusive provider of BioTarget regenerative therapy for pain. Visit GoBioTarget.com for a location near you.
Our best usually is saying hello to the next show. The Embedded and Shredded Hayes Carline joins us now.
How you doing?
We're doing great, man. We're doing great. Would you have, Matt, maybe ask this question. Would you have run it instead of throw it in the Florida-Georgia contest late
4.5
in the game?
minutes to go, first and 10.
Yeah, once it got to...
Because I knew he wasn't able to ask
You literally ran the ball down their throat the previous drive.
I don't think I would have thrown a pass. I mean, why he threw 22 times in that game, I'll never know.
See, that's my point. He should be fired alone. On that play call alone,
I mean, I don't think he should be fired because of that, but I would have liked to have seen... I'm sure Napier's thought was, look, at some point, they're going to stop the run. But I, as a fan, I would have liked to have actually seen them stuff it for a couple drives before it was like, okay, now you're going to have to.
They could not stop Jaden Ball.
Leon.
They couldn't stop.
I mean, it's the first time Florida and Georgia have played in a number of years where I felt like Florida was their equal in the trenches, which is really encouraging moving forward. So yes, but in that situation, I almost would have rather gone Wildcat than have Warner throw it 22
It was almost
times.
like Muschamp's game when they ran for 400 on Georgia.
Yeah,
right.
Georgia could not stop them running the ball.
But I always look at Leon. Run it until they stop it, correct?
Absolutely.
Don't stop until they stop.
Well, and it just obviously it shortens the game. I mean, you're trying to pull an upset. So again, I didn't have a massive problem with it. I mean, but I mean compared to some of the other things that he's done, but and largely I was very encouraged by what I saw. So while I would have liked to have seen him just basically run the ball every play, my level of confidence in Billy Napier is starting to climb.
All right. What is coming up?
My whole thing was is, and I hate to commandeer this from you, Joe, but your defense is continuing to play better. Your offensive line is coming together. Your kids are playing their butts off. You cannot do that to them by having a backup walk-on quarterback in the game and tell them to go make a play against a boogeyman. You can't do that. You just can't.
Yeah,
Billy
I mean,
was trying to showcase a 2-star, so you just stay away from
right.
Mr. Yale transfer.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a fun Frangie show coming up. This guy's going to join us. Matt Hayes will
Maybe we'll talk
with
more
Frank.
about that, right?
Yeah, to talk SEC football. Great slate, really, coming up.
Gosh,
I mean, this
all
week,
these games
it'll
this week,
be really good. But yeah, so it'll be a fun Frangie show coming up, and we'll certainly talk a lot of Jaguars as well.
All right, sounds good, Hayes.
Thank
we
you, guys.
appreciate it. Hayes, Franz, JJ, they got it coming up this afternoon. We say thanks to Beaver Chevy and Beaver Toyota. Always great to the people that they like to take care of and sell a great deal to. Service beyond that, it's all part of the equation. They are there to wow you. Look at the lineup. It is very strong. Beaver Toyota, StAugustine.com, BeaverChevrolet.com. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. You're missing the show. Go back and watch XL Primetime on YouTube. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Big Surgeon RJ.